Hello guys and welcome to my new video. So today I'm going to be covering the best build, talents, trinkets for Restoration Druid coming into Tomb of Sargeras. So this is the #1 build and it kind of consists of 4 parts. If you don't have these 4 parts, if you don't run these 4 parts, your overall healing is probably going to suffer. You won't be able to use this meme build that every high ranking Restoration Druid is using at the moment. Just because of the synergy, just because of how much HPS you can gain, and that it's perfectly viable to run this, and you're going to get a big increase in your HPS and things like that. Of course, this is not the only build that you should be running. You can swap around talents, but this is the kind of go-to talents and a build that's available right now, and I urge you to give it a try. It does not mean the playstyle is going to be fun, but you're going to get, you're probably going to be giving the most viability to your healing team. So numero uno thing you need to have, tier 19 4-set. You gotta have the tier 19 4-set for this to work. By having tier 19 4-set, the next step is to have the legendary shoulders, Amateur's Wisdom. So yes, legendary shoulders have been nerfed in 7.2.5. So MadSkillz, why should I be using this? After the nerf, there's shoulders is still the second best legendary we can use. And we're using second best legendary because of its synergy with tier 19 4-set. So if you don't have tier 19 4-set, you're probably not going to be using the legendary shoulders. If you do have the tier 19 4-set, legendary shoulders become much more attractive. So you want to pick it up and actually use it for raid environments, Tomb of Sargeras and things like that. So by having legendary shoulders, you know that legendary shoulders extend your rejuvenation duration by 9 seconds if the player does not take any damage. So rejuvenation, let's go with double rejuvenation. Talents, you want to pick up germination for this paired with cultivation. We're picking germination just because of how shoulders extend rejuvenation. So having more rejuvenations on everyone's shoulders are going to extend the duration a lot, especially for fights where there is a null in damage. So people stay up full HP and then boom, damage comes in, people get healed up, and then your shoulders kind of keep taking the rejuvenation. So germination paired with cultivation is also very viable, so high mastery stacking is also recommended, especially for constant AoE fights and things like that, because mastery is better when people take more damage. It's a progression stat. So tier 19 4-set, legendary shoulders interact really well with germination. These are kind of the 3 parts you need to have. Germination does not necessarily have to be used. Spring blossoms can be perfectly viable for a lot of the fights, but germination can be easy to use, especially if there's heavy movement, so a lot of Resto Druids tend to go germination. Now the 4th and final piece of this puzzle for your ultimate meme spec Resto Druid build is mana regen. I'm running germination, I'm putting rejuvenations, I'm putting 150 rejuvenations on people. What my mana ain't gonna last this long. So one of the things that really allow you to really spam those rejuvenations is Dark Moon Deck Promises, the #1 mana regen trinket in the game right now. It's been buffed to item level 900, which is really strong. It gives around, from my personal testing of Tomb of Sargeras Heroic, it gives around 400 to 500k mana, so that's about 50% of your mana given back on a fight. 50%, which is absolutely insane. This mana reduction or this mana improvement allows you to really run this meme spec with germination, legendary shoulders, and tier 19 4-set. Mana is not really going to be an issue, especially if you have blessing, wisdom, and again external innovates from your boomkin friends. So these kind of 4 pieces really bring into probably the strongest Resto Druid is going to be at the start. This really enables you to actually pull out some really decent numbers, pre-hot, anticipate damage, and it can work for multiple of Tomb of Sargeras fights. This build has been run by a lot of the high-ranking Resto Druids. It does not mean it's the best, but most likely it's going to provide the most utility and the most healing in raids, and especially it's probably going to be used in Tomb of Sargeras Mythic unless something really changes. But so this has been the best, at least from my opinion, and at least from a lot of other Resto Druid opinions, #1 build for Resto Druids coming into Tomb of Sargeras. Please let me know if you tried this out. Please let me know how you feel. I personally don't really like the playstyle, but it is the most optimal. Like I said, germination can be swapped with spring blossoms to see some other effects for fights where they're stacking. Maidens probably can use spring blossoms there. But yeah, anyway, Give it a try. Let me know how you feel about it. Leave a comment below from your findings and things like that. And thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you next time, guys.